What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. Before we get into anything today, I do want to remind you guys that we are going to be live tomorrow night, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time to watch the Red Sox take on the Atlanta Braves. Even though the Red Sox stink right now and we keep getting bombshelled by injuries that we're going to talk about in a second, live streams are still a ton of fun to come hang out with the rest of the Red Seat community. So if you haven't been to one yet, I highly recommend it. Again, that is tomorrow night, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Anyways, let's get on with the video. I have no idea what is happening anymore. I don't know if I'm the one who cursed the Red Sox. I don't know if Chaim Bloom's the one who's cursed the Red Sox. I don't know if there's some secret Yankee assassin roaming the halls of Fenway Park and taking out our players one by one. I have no idea what's going on. But all I know is that every day it seems like we are getting worse and worse news on the injury front, and this one just adds onto that pile. The Red Sox announced about 5 or 6 hours ago that Chris Sale will be undergoing season-ending surgery that is completely unrelated to his finger. So that is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the new injury Chris Sale sustained. We're going to talk about what that means for him and what that means for the Boston Red Sox. But before we get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. It helps out a ton and would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. So we all remember the finger injury and what happened there, but that was never a death mark on Chris Sale's season this year. It was always rumored that it was probably going to be the end of the year that he's going to come back, but it was never confirmed. And actually, Chris Sale played his first game of catch 3 days ago. It looked like he was going to be coming back sooner than later. So what happened? Well, the Red Sox announced that Chris Sale fell off his bike the other day, and that broke his wrist and required season-ending surgery. Think sort of the same timetable as Fernando Tatis when he had that motorcycle injury that caused his wrist fracture, kind of along those same lines. You're probably looking at least 2, 3, 4 months of rehab to try and get back. So yeah, that's definitely the end of the season. But are you kidding me? If I'm Chris Sale right now, I don't know why you're going anywhere near anything even remotely sporting related that isn't under the supervision of a trainer. And we don't know the exact details of this event, whether it was a stationary bike, a motorcycle, a regular pedal bike. We have no idea. But what I do know is that if I'm Chris Sale, I am staying the hell away from those for a very long time. In fact, at this point, I'm just sitting in my house, bubble wrapped my entire body, just waiting to heal, and I can get back onto that diamond at this point because he can't seem to stay healthy doing anything. And before we get into what this means for the Red Sox, because we're probably going to bash Chris Sale a little bit, talking about his contract and the way he's produced for this team, I want to look at this at a personal level. I want to talk about this from a human viewpoint, because at the end of the day, Chris Sale is still human. He is not just some pawn on a baseball field. He has feelings and emotions, and those emotions and feelings have to be miserable right now. Chris Sale lives to compete. This dude's whole life revolves around striking guys out, and he lives to be the best he can be on that diamond. And for the past 3 years, he has been shot down time and time again. And that has got to be one of the most mentally challenging things to ever go through. Imagine your whole life you've built up for 20, 30 years to get to the apex level of playing baseball, and then getting knocked down and trying to get back up to that point. And every time you get super close, you get knocked back down again. That's something that mentally has to be super difficult to deal with. And I feel so bad for Chris Sale on a personal level. But at the same time, this also affects the Red Sox, so let's talk about that. To be honest with you, I don't know how much this affects the 2022 Red Sox. I said at the beginning that the Red Sox didn't officially announce that Chris Sale was undergoing season-ending surgery with his finger before this wrist thing happened, but at the same time too, you gotta expect that the front office was looking at this like, hey, Chris Sale's gonna be back for the last, 3 weeks of the regular season. If we were in a position to make a postseason run, then yeah, let's bring him back, see what he's got. Hopefully he can get us to the postseason and then perform there. But right now, with the way that the Red Sox are playing, even if Chris Sale didn't have the season-ending surgery, I wouldn't be surprised that if the Red Sox were like, yeah, he could be ready for 3 weeks, but why risk putting him out there and trying to win a couple of games and risk him getting hurt for the 2023 season? So at the end of the day, I don't know how much this affects the 2022 Red Sox. What I do know is that this affects the future of the Red Sox, because at this point, the money that you were spending on Chris Sale feels like a waste. Since 2019, Chris Sale has only started 11 games for you. That's 3 3 years of 11 games from your supposed to be ace. Monetarily, that has to hurt. On top of Chris Sale never being healthy for the last 3 years, you also haven't heard anything remotely close to Nate Eovaldi being re-signed for the Red Sox. So in my opinion, this is going to affect the team in a huge way. At this point, with the level that Chris Sale has had these injuries, it's about time to start sort of building a rotation that doesn't include Chris Sale. That way, if Chris Sale does go down again, you have the backup to do that. It seemed like this year we were and last year, honestly, we were trying to just wait and tread water until Chris Sale came back, and then that was when we were going to make our run. Well, last year he performed pretty well and did help us in the back half of the year. This year he came back for a game and 2 innings and then went down again. And that simply can't happen if you're going to try and be a competitive team throughout the rest of his contract. So does it affect the 2022 Red Sox? I don't really think it does. I think obviously it's a morale hit and it's going to affect the clubhouse, and the clubhouse is going to be like, what next? What else can go wrong during this season? For sure. But in terms of on the field and plan for the 2022 Red Sox, I don't think Chris Sale's season-ending surgery messes up a whole lot. But for the future of the Red Sox, this changes everything. At this point, if you're Hein Bloom, if you're the front office, you have to be saying to yourself, well, let's almost guarantee that Chris Sale will be injured at some point this year and build a rotation around it, because we can't keep doing this band-aid rotation until Chris Sale comes back, or we're never going to be truly competitive in this division. Pitching wins championships, and if we don't have reliable pitching, it's going to be really hard to win a championship. Either way though, again, on a personal level, Chris Sale means a lot to this team. He means a lot to the fans, and baseball means a lot to him. So I feel terrible about this situation. I really do hope for a speedy recovery from Chris Sale. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are you guys thinking of Chris Sale right now? Where are you at? Think about it on a personal level and think about it on a professional level, and try to mix the two as well. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on where you're at with Chris Sale, where you're at with his contract, and where you're at with this team in general, because this is just blow after blow. Let me know all your thoughts down below. As always, if you've made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day, like I said at the beginning. Plus, you made it to the end of this video, so you might as well hit that subscribe button. You also might as well hit that like button as well. It helps out these videos a ton and would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you tomorrow night for the live stream and in the red seats.